I am here with my lovely daughter, Chanel. I talk about Chanel all the time. Chanel, when were you diagnosed with celiac disease?
When I was 2.
When she was 2 years old. And that was like a wild journey, which we won't talk about in this episode here, but we will come back to that later. What we want to talk about today is when Chanel was diagnosed with 5 different autoimmune diseases last year. How was that, Chanel?
Bad.
That was bad. Okay, what were some of your symptoms?
Gluten-free.
Well, yeah. Okay, so you were gluten-free, but like you were already gluten-free, but you were still kind of not feeling well, huh?
Yeah.
What kind of things was wrong?
It was hard to go to the restroom.
Yeah, that was a really, really hard thing. Yeah.
Now it's easy.
Now it's easy. Good. We're going to talk about that and how we made it easy. So that's perfect. What else?
I forgot.
What do you think about your neck?
Oh yeah, my neck. Every single time I roll it,
Yeah,
it always makes a crack sound. Like I could do it for an hour and it could still make the crack sound.
and it was just always sore. Her joints were more sore. So Chanel was diagnosed with, well, of course, she already had celiac disease. We already knew that. And then rheumatoid arthritis, lupus. She has a condition called encopresis, and she also has a smooth muscle disorder within her intestines. And so there was a lot going on. And so we were on a mission to find out like what we can do to help you. And like, I mean, you were in the bathroom for hours, weren't you, every single day?
I was like 30 minutes.
It was sometimes hours. You'd get home from school and you'd be in the bathroom for a long time.
Yeah.
We'd have to like play games in the bathroom, huh?
No, you fed me in the bathroom.
Fed her in the bath. I mean, I'm telling you, like we were like in it, right?
Yeah.
We would cry in the bathroom. We'd laugh in the bathroom. We'd tell jokes. I'd cry. We tell jokes.
I threw up in the bathroom.
Yep. I mean, you name it. Like we spent a lot of time in the bathroom, huh?
Not this bathroom.
So we spent a lot of time trying to figure out how we can help Chanel. And she was already gluten-free. And it was like, how come she's still having these issues? And so when we found out like there was more to it, we went on to something that we like to call the healthy challenge. The healthy challenge, I'm going to say what it really is. Chanel's going to describe it to you. Now, everything that Chanel and I are going to talk about today, she has no idea. I did not prep her. I didn't tell her the questions beforehand. I want you to see the real and the raw Chanel and the real answers. Because how old are you, Chanel?
10.
10 years old. There's nothing that like, she just says it how it is and how she feels. So the healthy challenge is is pretty much the anti-inflammatory diet or protocol. Now, especially when we're dealing with children or even just in general, people in general, the word diet more seems like, oh, we're going to do this, lose weight, and it's kind of a yo-yo effect. Now, the healthy challenge, we call it that because we are in a challenge to get healthier. And so we're living the anti-inflammatory protocol, but we're calling it the healthy challenge. Now, like when you think back in the healthy challenge, I mean, it was kind of a long time ago. It was last year. So that was a long time ago for her.
I still remember the broccoli casserole.
Okay. So we made a lot of things, a lot of new things. Every day we were making new things. And there is one dish that was a fail. It was a fail. Yeah, nobody liked it. And what was that?
Broccoli casserole.
It was broccoli casserole. I don't know why. It was like the grossest thing ever. It wasn't like your normal broccoli casserole. It was definitely a recipe fail. We found a recipe, we did it, and we're like, this is not good.
Wait, what do we have in exchange?
I don't know, but we ended up we ate everything every night.
Cereal.
No, we didn't eat cereal because we're in the healthy challenge. So we ended up, everyone threw their plate away and all the kids were like, oh, mom, like they were trying not to say that it's bad. Cause I'm like, we're not complaining. We're eating stuff we don't like all of this time. So they were like afraid to say it, but I was like, this is terrible, you guys.
They were like, you.
Yes. Okay. So what kind of foods did we eat on the healthy challenge?
Mostly a turkey burger and salad around it.
Yeah. Oh, like a lettuce wrap turkey burger. What else? I mean, we had so many different foods.
It's hard. That was the one that we made the best. We ate coconut chicken.
Coconut chicken, yep. We put coconut milk with the chicken. That was so yummy.
Those are the only two that I ate.
Okay, what did you like the most? What was like your favorite thing?
Coconut coconut chicken.
Coconut chicken was your favorite. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. Okay, so now how hard was it?
Very. Every night I felt like chocolate.
Yeah.
You felt like chocolate.
I know, we were all like, man, we just need some chocolate in our lives. So we were not having any form of refined sugar. So any sugar we had was natural sugars, like from our fruits and stuff. And so we went through, like, especially at first, wasn't it so tough?
Yes, especially the red pepper thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. We found out that Chanel can't eat red peppers.
I'm glad about it.
Yeah, she's actually really happy about that. But okay, so we went through and we had, hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Okay, so we went through and we had lots of different foods. And it was really hard at first because our body was like going through like a detox phase. And we were like, we just want, like, our cravings were strong. And then as we started going on, like after the first few weeks, do you kind of remember that at all?
I remember you made the rice thing with all the vegetables we had.
Yep, that's right.
So he's like, give it. I'm like, no, I just think I don't want anymore. That's good.
So okay, so when we first started, it was really hard, but then it kind of got easier, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And you were going to school. So what'd you do to go to school?
I had to bring a lunch pail and pack all the stuff in there.
Yeah. And it was kind of random, wasn't it? What kind of things were in your lunch?
Taco beans.
Oh yeah, we had taco meat with black beans. Yep, we did that, like turkey
remember
taco meat.
I just remember
Yeah.
that.
Okay, and then what else?
That was all that we put in there.
No. We always had fruits. We always had vegetables.
Oh
What
yeah,
kind of vegetables?
cucumbers.
Cucumbers.
Yeah.
We loved that. And then sometimes you would put
Carrots.
turkey bacon.
Yes.
Turkey bacon was in there. And we would do carrots or broccoli, like whatever vegetables we had the night before. Did you like broccoli before the healthy challenge?
Bleh.
No. And then we made broccoli. And how did we make it?
We made it cooked with extra salt.
Extra salt, sea salt, and we broiled it. So it was kind of crispy.
And then I loved it.
And then everybody loved it. Before this, none of my kids liked broccoli, none of them. And then we learned how to cook it the way they liked it. They liked it a little crispy, kind of like a chip or something.
I like it salt. That's what I
Yeah,
like.
she really likes the salt. Okay. So as you were doing this healthy challenge, how did you start to feel over, like after you got over the fact that like you really just wanted chocolate and you wanted sweets or what, then how did you start feeling?
Good. I started to go to the restroom more.
Yeah.
And spent only like 5 minutes now instead of 30.
Perfect. Perfect. That was like a huge win, wasn't it? Yeah. Did you find it hard to do the healthy challenge?
Yes.
Why? Tell me the hardest part.
No chocolate.
That was the hardest part. She's my daughter. I don't do hard candy. I'm not a candy person, but I love my chocolate. So yeah, that was definitely hard.
We always have it in the night.
Yeah, a little bit. So we did miss
We
it.
always have true fruit and just eat it.
Okay, so so not eating chocolate, what else was really difficult?
Valentine's Day.
Ooh, that's funny. I was just thinking that when I said that, I was thinking, oh, I should talk about Valentine's Day. And you just brought it up. That was awesome. Okay, so what about Valentine's Day?
Everyone else had candy. Luckily, we weren't there. We went to the rec center.
Okay, so this is, yes, so true story. I was like, what are we going to do? It's like Valentine's Day. Everyone's going to be giving all their chocolates and like all their Valentines. Most of it's gluten anyways. Like it's always a tricky situation anyways. But we decided that we're going to skip school. I called all their teachers or emailed their teachers beforehand. I'm like, we're not going to be at school. It'll just be easier. And all of their teachers knew. All 4 of my kids did this healthy challenge. Mostly we were doing it for Chanel, but everyone benefited from it. So it was actually a blessing, but we did it for Chanel. It's a
Also,
pretty big deal.
Sadie needed it.
Sadie needed it too. Yeah. I'll bring Sadie in here in just a little bit and we can talk to her about how she did with it. But okay. So, Valentine's Day, we emailed the teachers. We said we weren't going to be there. And then where did we go?
Rec center.
The rec center. We went to the pool and there were slides and we had the best day. And then we actually went to Red Robin after. And you think, what could you get at Red Robin? And what did you get?
Oh, I got a grilled chicken.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the part where you let us have a little bit of sugar and oranges.
Because they were canned mandarin oranges. And so we don't know if the syrup was with, because we were just at the restaurant. So we were like, well, we're going to improvise here and we're going to have mandarin oranges.
Sweet potato fries.
And sweet potato fries. And we made sure that there was sea salt on there instead of regular salt. And it was so yum. The kids felt like they were in heaven being able to eat like this. And so that was like a fun thing. That was after we've been doing the healthy challenge for about a month. So
yeah, and it was fun.
It was fun.
I like it.
So we ended up taking like something that was like traditionally like everybody's eating a certain way and doing a certain thing. And we changed it and we just like, okay, we're playing hooky from school. We're doing our fun thing. We're being a family. And it was such a success. Don't you think that was one of the best Valentine's Days?
Yes.
Yeah, it really was. Pretty wild. Okay, let's see. Have you noticed any good things happening to you because of the diet? So after we did the healthy challenge, what good things happened to you? You kind of touched on them a little bit.
What? When I had a sugary thing, I like, this is too sugary.
Ooh,
put it away.
That's a good one. I hadn't even thought of that. It's true. And how did strawberries taste when we were on the healthy challenge?
I forgot.
Were they so sweet?
Yes.
Yeah, they were like super delicious and sweet because we had, your taste buds, everything changes.
We could have strawberries.
We did have strawberries. It wasn't fully in season, but like our fruits tasted so much sweeter. Something about Chanel, she can never have bananas. Bananas will plug her up. She loves them, but they'll plug her up. So
like
she doesn't.
When I'm sick, I always had to share my banana.
Yeah.
I'll just go.
Yeah, just eat a tiny bit and that's it. Okay. Oh, you're knocking the table, sis. Okay. Are there any foods that you miss eating that you can't have? Was there any foods that you missed eating when you couldn't, like when you were on the healthy challenge, other than chocolate? Oh, Nutella. Yeah. Nutella was actually the first thing that she had, going back into like kind of more counting her sugars. And we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Before a soccer game.
Before a soccer game to give her a little bit more energy. And then she ran it all out. So that was perfect. That was like, she's like, Mom, I promise I'll score a goal if you give me Nutella.
Well, it turns out I was defense the whole time.
So she couldn't score, but she played really, really well. She was awesome. What were some of the feelings that you had? Like, how did you feel when you were doing the
good? Good, and I'm happy that my body got a refresh.
Oh, that's a good one. What about your friends? What did your friends think about it?
I have no clue.
Did your friends support you? Like, were they like, oh, Chanel can't eat that right now? Or did they make fun of you?
No.
No, they didn't make fun of you. That's perfect.
They didn't do anything.
You have good friends, huh? Yeah, you have good friends. Okay, so then we started introducing foods. Tell them about that process.
The first day we had eggs. That was the day that we had all vegetables. And my mom was like, you're allergic to eggs. But I'm like, I can have cake. How am I allergic to eggs? Okay, good. And what did you end up, what was your reaction really to? Red peppers.
The peppers. So I made peppers the same day we were doing the eggs. That's why when you reintroduce foods, you want to reintroduce foods with foods that your body has been used to. So I was like, oh, she never had a problem with peppers. Why? Because I never cooked them. But I had them in the fridge. So I was like, oh yeah, like peppers aren't a problem. Anyway, so I did eggs and she ended up throwing up. We thought it was
I never
the eggs,
told
but it was
them.
really the peppers. So that was good.
I never
So
told them.
when we introduce something, how did we introduce it?
Slowly.
Slowly, like what? Give an example.
Like usually every half a week.
Okay, so
Introduce
the
the new
first day
thing.
we were introducing something, use the egg for an example. How many eggs would we have?
One, and then we added cheese with them.
Well, not yet. The first day we didn't add cheese.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first day we would have her test, we would all be testing one egg in the morning, remember?
Mhm.
And then the next day, and then that was it. We waited all day. We didn't do anything else different. We would eat our regular foods that we've been eating on the Anti-Inflammatory Protocol or the Healthy Challenge. And then day 2, we would have an egg in the morning and an egg
And like,
at the night. So, and that's how we slowly introduced every food back into our diet. And that way we were able to see how each food affected us. And then after those 2 days, if we felt great and there was not a problem, then what'd we do?
we would eat, we could know that we could eat eggs now.
Yeah. And then the next day we would introduce something else. So every 2 days we were introducing something else. And there was a certain order to it, right?
Yeah.
And until we did this for about 6 months or so, we were on this healthy challenge, right?
Yeah. Fun fact, I didn't tell them that I threw up about peppers. I cleaned it up.
She's
It was
so
on the carpet. It's like, so it would turn pink.
Fun fact, Chanel threw up. She's laughing about it. You're so funny. This is great. Okay. How do you handle situations like parties or gatherings where there was food there that you couldn't eat?
I usually say, no thanks.
And what about when like everyone was at school and they were gonna have a party and they were like, I feel like one time there was like a movie day and they were all gonna have popcorn. Yeah. What did you bring? Fruit, didn't you?
Oh yeah, fruit.
Fruit. She brought fruit. That was her treat.
And for everyone that like had candy for like someone's birthday, I usually just had a cutie.
Yeah, she would. And was that terrible?
Kind of. There was chocolate.
I know, right? So okay, but was it the worst thing ever?
No.
Was it worth it? Was it worth it to do the healthy challenge?
Yes.
Why?
So then my body's healthy and it got really fresh.
It did. And now what? How do you go to the bathroom now?
Good. We also took magnesium citrate.
Yes. Okay. Why don't you go get the bottle? Go get the bottle so you can show everyone. Just in the fridge. Just in the fridge is fine. Okay. So in this process, she still was having a hard time going to the bathroom. When you have encopresis is quite an intense situation. And if you don't know about it, I'll let you Google that for right now. Maybe we'll do an episode on that later. But what we found is this magnesium citrate in the liquid form. And I mean, this one's from Walgreens. It's like $1. And how much do you have every night?
A teaspoon.
1 teaspoon a night. And it helps her so much be regulated. And so this is like the easiest, cheapest thing. It doesn't have terrible side effects. Miralax is what the doctors said to do. Gatorade, like the doctors would tell her silly things, and Gatorade is not truly safe for celiacs. And so, yeah, she was like,
Gatorade. What?
But the doctors told me, but like they just don't understand or know. Gatorade could be safe, but you keep bumping the table, sis. It could be safe, but they don't, on like all websites and everything, they don't disclaim that it's safe and gluten-free. So we just stay away. Powerade is more, but we drink electrolytes from just ingredients or Redmond Real Salt. Body Armor is a better option for sure. And so there's other things that we can do, but this magnesium citrate was the winning thing for us. And I love it. It's actually, I drink it as well for not just that, but also for kidney stones. The citrate and the magnesium citrate helps with that. I've had 12 kidney stones. So what?
Sadie also drinks it.
Yeah, Sadie drinks it when she needs it. She doesn't have it every night.
She needs it.
Yeah. Well, good. Okay. So did you try any new recipes or meals because of the healthy challenge?
Did
you?
A lot.
A lot. What was your favorite?
I already told you. The
Oh, that's
coconut
right. The coconut chicken. Good. Okay. So we'll end off on this note, but I want to ask you if you have any advice for somebody doing the healthy challenge. What would it be? Someone says to you, I'm going to do the healthy challenge. What would you say to them?
Probably try to not eat chocolate.
Try not to eat chocolate.
Yeah.
That's your best advice.
No, it's my best.
Okay, so what would you say to someone? They're like, I think I'm going to do it. Should I do it? What would you say?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's good for your body.
Yeah. Why is it good for their body?
Because they probably had a lot of sugar in the past.
So, that leads us to like actually, okay, so I said we're going to end on that note, but I want to actually ask Chanel. Okay, now Chanel, you limit your sugar, don't you? Because what happens if you have a lot of sugar?
I can't go to the bathroom or I feel sick.
Yeah, or your legs will hurt, right? Like you'll have joint pain. So how much sugar do you try to stay under a day now?
27?
Yeah, 25 to 27 grams of sugar a day. She tries to stay less than that. And that's the added sugars, right? So if she has like something, and it like sometimes she likes to get like we get a cotton candy that's a little bit healthier. And
from Good Earth.
From Good Earth, yes, shout out. And when we do that, and then say if I don't remember how many, do you remember how many sugars it has in the whole bucket?
It had, I think 11.
11. Okay, and so what would you do? Would you eat the whole thing to have all 11 grams that minute?
No, me and Sadie split it.
You split it, and then you have like in different days she would have a little bit. So that way she knows like if she eats all of that, then she has to limit her sugars for the whole rest of the day or whatever the case may be. And so she kind of like gauges it like, oh, I actually want a small piece of cake tonight, so I'm not going to have a yogurt or whatever the case may be. So she limits her.
We never have yogurt.
I know, we actually don't because it's filled with so many added sugars. I was just giving an example.
Okay, so we never have yogurt though.
But so yeah. Okay, so what if another kid wanted to do the healthy challenge? What would you tell them?
You got this.
Oh, why? Tell them why they got this.
Because usually once you get into like a month or two, you get used to it and your body gets used to it. So then it's really easy.
I love it. Is it really easy or you have a good attitude?
Yeah, good attitude.
Because it's not easy. We're not going to lie to anybody. It's not easy. But you have a better attitude and you have less cravings. And yeah. Good, Chanel. Do you want to say something else?
I think also sugar makes me sleepy because one day I slept all day.
Sugar makes her sleepy and achy and can't go to the bathroom. So yeah, we really limit it. But we also, you get to live a good life, don't you?
Yes.
And like you could still have sweets. Like we don't say like you can never have sweets again.
Air, like air something. What was it called?
Air puff air.
Like what was the thing that?
Like a little popcorn puff.
Yeah, it's like
And those are low sugars.
Yeah. The highest grams of sugar is 2 added.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And it's cinnamon bun.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're healthy with food?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you ever worried about what you're going to eat?
Mm-hmm.
You are? Yeah. In a bad way or just like, oh, okay, I just got to make sure I'm good?
Not in a bad way.
Not in a bad way? Good. Good. Well, Chanel, we're so happy that you came on today, that we can hear all your good words of advice. And why don't you tell them again, you got this.
You got this.
Okay, guys, on that note, we're going to sign off and I'll probably bring Sadie on here in just a second and she can share her journey with the Healthy Challenge because it's really actually awesome. Okay, so now I got Miss Sadie here. Sadie, say hi, everyone.
Hi.
Awesome. Okay, so Sadie, we're talking about the healthy challenge, and I haven't prepped her at all. She was just upstairs playing, and so now she is like no idea what she's supposed to say. So you did the healthy challenge.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was good.
Was it easy?
At the start, it was kind of hard to not have sugar, but then I got used to it, and then I became used to it, and I liked it.
Oh, you like doing the healthy challenge? Yeah. Wow. What about when you went to school and stuff? How was that?
Some days the food would get cold, and I wanted it hot, but it wouldn't stay cold, so I just ate the rice.
Yeah, you just ate what you could, huh?
Yeah.
Because we introduced rice at a point, right? We did brown rice for a little bit. The first part, we don't have any rice. Okay, so what happened with dairy for you?
I got eczema.
Okay, so ever since she was really, really young, every time she had dairy, and we didn't realize it was the dairy, but she would break out into really, really bad eczema, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we went on the healthy challenge and we introduced dairy to her. So she hadn't had it for years.
I want cheese balls.
And so what happened when you ate dairy?
I broke into rashes.
No. After the healthy challenge.
Oh, after the healthy challenge, I didn't have any rashes.
She didn't. So we detoxed her body and we allowed her body to heal. We cut inflammation. And then guess what? She could eat dairy now. Yay! Now that we're back in like the mode and we're in the hustle and bustle of life, she sometimes has a little bit of eczema. And so yeah, she does on her ankles right now, but it's not nearly as bad. And so for us, doing another detox or having a healthy challenge, like a mini healthy challenge, watching her sugars is all going to help that. But it's incredible how food is related to everything, isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So what if there's somebody out there that's thinking, should I do the healthy challenge? Should I do that? What would you say to them?
You should do it.
Why?
Because it detoxes your body.
Ooh, that was a big word. So what if another kid is thinking they're going to do it? What are you going to tell them?
They should do it.
Yeah. Do you encourage them to do it?
Yes.
What would you say?
I would say that you should do it and it will detox your body.
Yeah. Is it going to be fun?
Yeah, sorry, but no.
Yeah. No, but yeah, but good. Yeah. How did you feel after doing the healthy challenge?
I felt really, really good.
In what ways?
I felt like I could eat dairy now, and I was really happy that I could eat dairy.
Yeah. And Sadie, something interesting about Sadie is, and something unique and special is what happens when you have red dye?
I go crazy.
Whoa, you go crazy. Do you really go crazy? I don't think you really go crazy.
I do.
She has more energy, right? And maybe just jumping up and down a lot and different things like that. Maybe with some people would say like ADD or something, or ADHD. But what happens when you don't have red dye?
I don't go crazy.
She's more calm. And so this healthy challenge was awesome because it really reset all of that. Her mannerisms, her physical activity and everything, like her skill level, her concentration level was all so much better. And so, yeah, that was Sadie's journey with the healthy challenge. And we're so grateful for her. Love you, Sadie. Thanks for coming with us today. Say goodbye to everyone.
Bye.
So true story. I was like, Aaliyah, come down. I'm just going to ask you a few questions. And she's like, okay, what do I say? Did I tell you what to say? No, she has no idea what we're doing here. So I'm just interviewing all of you guys and we're talking about the healthy challenge. So I want you to kind of just share your experience with the healthy challenge, like really fast. This isn't a long thing.
We started off and we could barely have anything. So we tried our best to make something quinoa and blueberries.
Okay. We had some fails. Chanel was talking about our broccoli casserole.
Oh,
that was the worst thing ever. So I guess we had 2 dishes that weren't so great, huh? Okay. What was something that you loved?
tacos.
Tacos.
Like
yeah.
Salad.
Yeah, we would do turkey taco meat with black beans. And and we would use siete wraps, the almond flour ones. Yeah, good. Okay, what was the hardest part about doing a healthy challenge?
Probably bringing lunch to school.
Yeah, that was a little tricky. We were talking about Valentine's Day. And what did we do for Valentine's Day? Do you
We
remember?
went to the rec center.
We did. We skipped school. Don't bump. All my kids are like bumping the table, so the screen is a little bit shaky. Okay, so what was the best part about the healthy challenge?
I don't know.
How did you feel with it?
Again,
How?
like it felt better than usual.
In what ways? Like give examples. Because Leah didn't have anything going on that was wrong with her body. But you know what I just thought? Okay, before the healthy challenge, did you eat gluten?
Oh yeah, no.
Not at all, huh? You never did.
And then I tried a piece of bread, and then I didn't feel anything. And then I had 2 pieces of bread, and I didn't feel anything. So I started having gluten.
Yeah. And prior to this, like when she would have gluten, her stomach would hurt and it was hard for her to go to the bathroom. She doesn't fully remember this because she was really, really young and it wasn't traumatic like Chanel remembers. So Aaliyah just chose not to eat gluten and we're like, that's fine, you know, whatever. And then after the healthy challenge, she slowly introduced it back in and she was fine. So now do you eat gluten?
Mm-hmm.
And do you have any problems?
No.
No, not at all, huh? Yeah. So when we're out of the home, she eats gluten. And we actually just this year started buying gluten bread. And her and Gavin have a jar of peanut butter and a jar of jelly.
A big jar of peanut butter.
And then they have loaf bread that they just make sandwiches on paper plates. Like they're just like really careful about it because there's gluten in the home. And so yeah. So your journey with the healthy challenge, you actually learned a lot. I was thinking, oh, it didn't really like affect you too big, but she felt good. Like all of us felt really good. But Aaliyah now eats gluten, which is kind of cool for her. It's a lot easier when you go out and stuff. Yeah. Do you mind eating gluten-free?
Sometimes. I mean, yeah.
You mind it?
Like.
Oh, okay. So means like you don't like it or something.
Oh.
Do you like eating gluten-free? That's a better way to say it. Yeah. You're fine with it. But then when you're out and about, it's just easier and it's socially easier to eat gluten, right?
Yeah.
And there's no problems.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay, that's it for you. Oh, okay. So what advice do you have with somebody that's like, maybe I should do the healthy challenge, maybe I shouldn't? What would you say to them?
Probably do it.
Probably do it. Why?
Because it'll make you better.
Yeah. Yeah. It cuts inflammation. So before her body was inflamed when she'd have gluten, then it would just like kind of like it didn't serve her well. And then once she cleansed her body and her body learned how to function more properly, then now her body can tolerate, similar to what Sadie went through with now she can have dairy. So this isn't the result that everyone's going to come across. Of course, we can't have gluten still, but it's just really, really good to know. So what if a kid wants to try the healthy challenge? What would you say to them?
Okay. I don't know.
You don't know what you'd say? Would you encourage them?
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say? What kind of words would encourage them?
Hope you have fun.
Good luck. That's great. Good job, Aaliyah. Thanks for coming in today. Okay, so now I have Gavin here. Gavin's the oldest. He's the man of the house.
Yeah.
So we are talking about, and look at, he's almost as tall as me. I mean, we're sitting down, but he's still really like almost as tall as me. Okay, so we're talking about the healthy challenge. Did I prep you of what to say?
No.
Do you even know what we're doing?
Yeah, because we're talking about the health challenge.
Yes, we're doing a little recording for everyone to tell them about the healthy challenge. So I'm just asking everyone their like journey and how it was for them. Okay, so Gavin, how was the healthy challenge for you?
It was really hard.
Yeah, tell them why.
I kept getting hungry. Like,
oh yeah,
I never got full.
Because we weren't eating so many like normal carbs that we have in the past, like bread and rice and different things like that. He was hungry a lot, and it was like he just eat more and more vegetables, and it was a big thing. So Gavin, it was hard because you were always hungry. What else was hard?
Um,
I know it was a year ago, so it's a little bit harder to remember. Okay, what do you remember that was good about it?
a lot of things that I would think taste gross right now were really good.
Yeah. Like the best thing we had were like fruits and stuff,
Yeah.
and vegetables were good.
Banana with
Almond butter. Almond butter and cinnamon.
and salt.
Oh, yeah. So wait, say it again. I cut you off. Go ahead.
Bananas with almond butter, cinnamon, and salt.
And what was that like?
It was really good.
Yeah. That's what we would have for like at night for dessert, right? That would be our treat.
Uh-huh.
And it actually is really good.
Or like getting home from school.
Yeah, after school snacks. That was
Yeah.
good. So what was some of your favorite meals that we had?
Um,
I know it's hard to remember, huh?
Can't remember. I just remember the broccoli casserole. That was really gross.
Everybody's talked about that. That's perfect. Yeah. Yeah, that was, yeah. We're all traumatized from the broccoli casserole. So now, how did you feel after doing the healthy challenge?
Good. I felt like I knew like what wasn't good for me. Like the quinoa.
Yeah.
It didn't make me feel good at all.
Interesting. Yeah. And because you didn't go in with any problems. You were doing it to support who?
Chanel.
Yeah, you were doing it to support Chanel,
Mhm.
and everybody's doing it. And so you're like, okay, we're doing this. And you were a really good champ about it. So, but how did it affect your body? You said that like, you got used to eating like no sugars and all of that. Like how did it feel in your body?
Really good until I had like the quinoa and like I think that's the only one I remember. That made me not feel good.
Do you remember after the healthy challenge, you were like, Mom, can I have a can of soda? Do you remember that? It was for 4th of July.
Yeah, I think so.
It was last 4th of July, so it was a little bit long ago. And do you remember what happened when you drank it?
Tasted gross.
Yeah. How much did you drink?
Not even half of it.
And then what'd you do with it?
I poured it down the drain.
He was like, Mom, this is crazy. This is so gross and so sugary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our bodies can change and adapt. How did you feel physically?
Good.
Yeah. There wasn't any like problems. There wasn't any, you just felt good and healthy.
Yeah. It just like made like when you eat healthy, it made like when I eat like some stuff that like my body doesn't like, it made it like stronger.
Yeah.
So like I really noticed it. So now I know what to not eat.
Oh, that is so good. That's so big. And that is what the healthy challenge is. I love that you ended on that note, Gavin, because like that's what I tell people. Like this isn't like some yo-yo diet. This isn't like, oh, get healthy and then you're not after. This is like giving you the tools. This is giving you the opportunity to learn what your body needs. There isn't a doctor that can say this to you. Yes, you could do sensitivity tests. Yes, you could do all of these things, but you don't really know for sure because not all of those are accurate. Actually, none of those are 100% accurate. So it's really dialing in and knowing what is good for your body, and only you can decide that. And so this healthy challenge is that exact thing. You learn what's best for your body. So when I went in it, I'll just say this real quick while Gavin's still here. But like when I went on it, do you remember the 2 foods that I reacted to that I would have never known?
Snaps.
And what happened?
One of them like made your stomach really big.
Yeah. The apple made my stomach super big, huh? It looked like I was pregnant. And then what happened with the tomato? Do you remember?
I just felt really sick.
Yeah. Do you remember we were gonna leave somewhere and like I fell on the floor and I was like holding my stomach? Do you remember that? Oh, it was so painful. And it lasted about an hour and then it felt better. But yeah. And so
drops.
Yeah, the digestins. Yep. And so it's learning like, and that's so random. Chanel was bell peppers, Gavin was quinoa, I was tomatoes and apples. Like no one's ever told us. We've done so many sensitivity tests in the past with hair analysis and different things, and none of them showed that. And so it's been really, really eye-opening and really good to know what's best for our bodies and have that reset and have that inflammation calm. So that way, when we do eat, we can know what is triggering us, what makes us feel better. For me, In-N-Out burgers, I love them, and I do protein style and I do the fries, but afterwards I don't feel great. I don't feel sick. I just don't feel great. I know that about it. And sometimes it's worth it and sometimes it's not. And so it's just knowing what your body wants, needs, craves, wants to avoid. All of that is just knowledge. Knowledge is power. And let thy food be thy medicine and thy medicine be my food, thy food. And if you have any questions about the healthy challenge, I will put it in the show notes and you can see exactly what we're eating. And in that, it is really awesome because it has recipes that we've created. It shows we have desserts that are healthy, no refined sugars, all of that. And then it has shopping lists. It has how to introduce foods back into your diet. It shows the dirty dozen for organics. It shows all this. Plus, I have individual coaching that goes along with it. And that right there is like key because that's like the element. Like we didn't have recipes that were good. We were like just trying to figure it out. We didn't know exactly what to do. We didn't have anybody coaching us through this. We were just figuring it out. And so I'm like 10 steps ahead. And like in this process of doing this healthy challenge, you are going to be able to be coached through it, the hard pain points, the emotions of it, like all of the different things. And it's awesome. So I hope you join it. I'm doing it for a fraction of the cost that we spent doing ours. And so if you have any questions or whatever, go in the show notes, put it in there, put comments down. You can email me at coral@servingceliacs.com. And I'm just excited for your journey. And I just think like, you got this, just like Chanel said, you got this, you can do hard things. Gavin, do you have any advice for anybody starting out to doing it?
The worst part is at the very beginning. So then once you're done with that, it's fun.
Good. What if someone's thinking about doing it? What advice do you have?
Do it.
Why?
Because then you know what's wrong with your body.
Yeah, love it. On that note, we are done. You guys have a fabulous day. Again, message me if you have any questions at all, and we'll see you later.